Hello everyone, so in this particular video we gonna talk about the materials you need to start your watercolor journey. Let's start. So the first material is watercolor. So basically there are two types of watercolors. First are tube based watercolor and other are cake based watercolors. Both colors have their own pros and cons, but in this particular video we only use cake based watercolors. But again, in cake based watercolor, there are different categories starting from beginner to professional. So, the first category is the student grade watercolors. These are very cheap and easily available. These are also available in very compact packaging. The only best part about these watercolors are that they are really cheap, but to create artwork like this, we have to use little better watercolor than these. So here I'm using Camlin Artist Watercolor. These are not the professional ones, but they're really good. And if you are just a beginner, then these are perfect for you. It consists of just 18 colors, but they're more than enough to make your first epic anime artwork. But watercolors are not actually the most important art supply. The most important art supply are watercolor papers. The selection of watercolor paper can make or break your artwork. So there are basically two types of watercolor papers, hot pressed and cold pressed. Hot pressed paper is really smooth. On the other hand, the cold pressed paper is very grainy and textured. Next material are brushes. Brushes are very important. You don't need this many brushes. You just need a brush with a fine tip, a medium round brush, and a bit larger brush. That's all you only need for brushes. You obviously need a pencil. I'm using this mechanical pencil. And also a kneadable eraser. Kneadable eraser are a lot better than these type of plastic erasers. Next is waterproof fine liners. They are really important. Now the next material you need is 2 cups of water. One for the dirty water and one for the clean water. And next is a color palette, and that is more than enough to start your watercolor journey. Let me quickly remind you the materials. So first is watercolor paper, then watercolors, and then brushes. Next is fine liners and a pencil, and kneadable eraser, a color palette, 2 glasses of water. You can also use these type of cheap sketchbook for everyday practice.